Hey there, it's Tom the English Picker here. So, it's 2022. God, when did that happen? It feels like only yesterday it was 2019. So, yeah, not quite sure how that happened. So, I thought I'd jump on here because I've been somewhat absent on the old YouTube just to discuss my plans for this year and sort of to reflect back on 2021 and talk about some of the things that happened, really. Because, you know, I've not really talked about some of the stuff. So, yeah, just thought I'd have a bit of a chinwag. And classic in the car at the supermarket video. It's not a DHOTW video, but if I do come across any heads of the week, then I will do one of those going forward. So yeah, what have I been up to? Christmas, December was the worst December sales I've ever had, even from when I was part-time years and years ago. So it's been the worst sales I've ever had. It was getting to the point where I was thinking, should I take on some shifts doing like delivery work or something? It was that bad. To put it in perspective, I was listing. I was listing like mad. So I hadn't even got that excuse that I wasn't listing anything. And Christmas related stuff that would, you know, kind of sell. And my sales in August were better than December. And I've never had that. I mean, August is normally super, super slow, but I do not know what was going on. Well, obviously I know what's going on, but, you know, I mean, other people did comment that their sales were slow in December. It's actually at Christmas and over the New Year, it's picked up and gone back to a more normal level. I like to try and do about £100 a day, if possible. But yes, there's so many no sales days in December. I've never known anything like it. So yeah, it was pretty desperate times, to be fair, because I was thinking, oh crap, you know, what's going on here? So yeah, pretty abysmal fourth quarter for me, even though I was listing stuff. But I was predominantly listing on Amazon. Now, I know that some people are boycotting Amazon. Maybe that was a factor. I don't know. But going forward into the new year, I am going to list more on eBay to see if I can get that balance. I am going to list on Etsy as well, which is sort of part and parcel of some of the plans going forward. So what other things did I get up to in 2021? I spent a lot of it dealing with my dad's estate. So it's a long story, so I won't go into it, but it took me 6 months or more just to get all the certificates that I needed to progress stuff, and it's still ongoing. Nothing's really been done. My dad, well, I'm much like my dad was. I'm a hoarder. I'm probably even worse than him. So there wasn't much stuff in his house. And they've got an Airbnb in France, which is part of the problem with the paperwork. But that was cleared by a relative, so most of that's clear. But it's his garage. It was absolutely jam full of random bits of motorbikes. It still is. There's loads of tools and stuff, and you know, obviously the emotion. You know, you go into a garage and you think, God, this is like a time capsule. You know, this tool. You know, it's his mark on the world, and if you're moving it, then you're undoing it. So my hoarding instincts are kicking in, and it's difficult. It's really, really difficult, you know, just to get rid of like daft little tins with his handwriting on and stuff like that. So it's taking ages. So I've spent a lot of time doing that. So yeah, and then I will have to tackle the motorbike parts, like what's this random motorbike fairing or random headlight for. I might see if there's any specialists nearby, because my dad lived nearly 2 hours away from my house, so it's not an easy thing to do. I've got to make a day of it, a lot of travelling, or got to stay overnight, which is weird to stay overnight in his house. So yeah, so that is one big thing that I need to sort. You know, so it's all ready to go. So that's one thing for this year, and one thing I did last year. Last year as well, I moved into a new, smaller storage unit. So I've got 3 now. I've got an outdoor one, I've got a massive indoor one, and I've got a small indoor one, which has got heating. which at the moment is great. And you know, that's where because I can keep stuff in dry, listed stuff in dry sort of warm climate, because you know, I had stuff in the garage in the past, I've had stuff in the loft in the past, and again, and in an outdoor storage shipping container, and again, the cold, the damp, it's not good for particularly books. So yeah, and then I had some in my workshop at one point, and that was really dusty, got like wood dust all in books and stuff like that, so not good. So hopefully going forward, I'll be able to keep things in there in the warm. It's got great CCTV, you know, the thing's all insured, the alarm system, it's spot on. So, you know, again, it's another cost, and I'm paying like over £1,000 a month in just rent, which is daft. But one of my goals for this year, 2022, is to get rid of that outside storage unit. I did used to need it when I went to car boots, and I could do out of hours offloading and stuff like that. But realistically, I do not need that because this year in 2022, I'm going to go to a few car boots and I'm going to go to a few charity shops. But it's only going to be for my own sort of, you know, fun and pleasure. I don't need to go to them. So I'm going to try, if at all possible, to not go to charity shops, which is going to be difficult. I mean, I didn't go to many last year, in fairness. I didn't. There was only one locally that I used to go to, which was near a post office that I drop off at. And I knew the manager, she was ace. But then, in the infinite wisdom, the head office decided to close it. And they prioritised on another local shop, which was more focused on kids stuff. So yeah, she got closed, even though she was doing great numbers, and she used to, you know, give me a shout if they got any computer games in, or if they had any textbooks in. It was a real good contact, and you know, she just let me know when it came in, and then I'd come and then pay, you know, I'd pay up for stuff. But that was a sort of, it was a symbiotic relationship, and it meant it meant her numbers were great. And she lost her job just before Christmas. They closed it. Absolute arses. It just makes no sense. So yeah, I'll probably do another video about that, having a rant about that. They could be dickhead of the week. Now we're 7 minutes in, I can swear. So yeah, that was a tragedy. That was really awful. And you know, she's a brilliant charity shop manager, and she lost her job and had to scramble around to get a job before Christmas. So that was the only charity shop I really went to. So no more charity shops. And I can't be bothered to get up early to do car boots. I might go to, there's a Saturday one which starts a bit later, I might go to in the summer, but I don't need stock. I've got wholesale people contacting me all the time, wholesale media. You know, I've got so much stuff. I've not got enough room for it. I've got another 3 pallets of stuff coming this week, and I've got no room for it. I need to multiply myself because I can't cope with it. It's daft. So this year has been concentrating on building up wholesale contacts to get that in place, so I can you know, get those bulk orders in. To, you know, so yeah, and that's been a long journey, filled with people letting me down, paying like £1,800 for an order of 4 pallets, and then the guy never answers his phone again, still waiting for it 4 months later, you know. And then people being the opposite, that they're really great, but then they've got too much stuff themselves, and then they're phoning me all the time, oh, do you want a couple more you know, boxes or pallets or whatever. And it's like, oh my God, I still haven't sorted the last lot you gave me. So it's not good for my hoarding, but it's, you know, business-wise, it's sort of a smarter decision, because then I'm less time outsourcing all the time, which takes up huge amounts of time if you think about it. So yeah, that's really been my year. And the other big thing is, because of these wholesale media contacts, what I've been doing is I have actually started another business. And my other business is like a making business, because my dad, some of you may or may not know, my dad was a potter, so he was very much you know, and he was a teacher, a lecturer, and he was a maker. So he always instilled in me that you're making stuff. And I used to make stuff. I started in this business actually selling off my tools that I wasn't using. And I was a maker. And I kind of let that go because it was difficult because you'd make things that you'd think was cool and then other people perhaps wouldn't think that. So it would be so up and down. But I used to love doing the fairs and the craft shows and the design shows and stuff like that. And, you know, since my dad passed away, I thought, do you know what? I need to do something like that. Not that he would be proud of, because I know that he was proud of me, but that, you know, along those lines. So I thought, what can I do? I thought, I'm going to get back into making. So I've spent a good chunk of this year, and it's for mental health reasons more than anything, is getting back into making again. And I've actually, well, I had a pre-existing design business, which is still, you know, it's still there. So I've sort of, I say I've started a new business. It's not new, but I've rekindled it. And I'm getting down the workshop again, and I'm making stuff, and I've started like a recycling business to do with it. So I've gone, you know, headfirst into plastic recycling, because a lot of the media stuff is DVDs, and so many of them are not worth anything. But I will do a separate video about this because I don't want to bore your pants off about it. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned for another video about that. So that's what I'm going to be pushing in 2022, is this recycling side of the business, and also the making side. So I've got to get that balance right between the enjoyment and the fun of making stuff and actually paying the, you know, paying the mortgage. So and hopefully it'll lead to me booking in. I want to book in to do some craft fairs this year, with stuff that I've made, because I used to love doing them. How it'll be with all restrictions and stuff, I've no idea, because the kind of people you sell to are in that sort of, you know, danger bracket-ish. So whether they're too scared to come out and go to craft fairs, I really don't know. I know that antiques fair market's been hit hard from a lot of guys that used to do the circuit that I've spoken to. So yeah, especially with the international buyers not coming over, so I'd be less inclined to sort of go towards that. Anyway, I'm waffling, but so no charity shops, craft fairs. Also want to connect with other makers locally, and perhaps do some collaboratory projects for those. Because you know, it's fun and exciting. It's a lonely old game, this reselling business. And obviously, you know, I love speaking to you guys. I love speaking to other people who make YouTube videos. They're great. And I still want to keep up that. I still want to chat to people. That'd be great. You know, and that leads into my next thing is more videos. And the videos that I want to be doing are videos talking to other sellers about what they do, sort of their processes, and just really trying to unpack how other people do it. Because, you know, you could get a small little nugget of information that will be useful to me or you or that sort of thing. So I think that if there's any people you think I should speak to out there, obviously there's the obvious ones, you know, but I've spoken to a lot of those. So if you think, okay, there's this person, drop a comment below their channel and let me know who you'd like me to speak to, because I'd be intrigued, you know, because there's people, like, there's so many people who make videos and that sort of stuff I could reach out to and, you know, see if they're interested in having a chinwag, just, you know, about their business and what they do. Because I may not, say for example, be into selling clothes, but, you know, it might be an interesting discussion, or it might be someone who sells model railway stuff or stamps, or, you know, anything like that. So let me know in the doobly-doo if you think there's anyone that might be an interesting to talk to, or if you're that person, get in touch. You can either get in touch with me on this Facebook page or my Instagram, which are all linked below. So yeah, more videos on this. And then in part and parcel with the making and recycling business that I've started, I did last summer in July, I think it was, start another YouTube channel. I've currently got 1 subscriber, which is myself. But I will be doing a video about that. I put out one video on it, but I do want to document the journey of me making stuff. I've got an Instagram associated with that as well. So I will be revealing that at some point. Just nervous, like, you know, the eye of Sauron looking down and judging me on my making stuff. So at the moment, it's sort of baby steps, but I will come out with a video about that. Yeah, if you do want to subscribe, do so. But I will be putting videos out on that, documenting the journey of making bits, really. A bit of fun. And hopefully put out some more Dickhead of the Week videos on this channel. That'll be fun. I'll probably do one about the charity shop. So yeah, my other goal is to try and clear one unit. Like I said, this outdoor storage unit, I don't use it. It's not needed. I want to, by the end of the year, be gone of that one, because then that would save me like 150 a month, something like that. Yeah, 150 a month. So to do that, my goal, Mel back from burnout has been at me to join her with listing challenges, and she's been challenged by Daily Refinement to have a listing goal. So my listing goal is a week is to do 20 listings on eBay. I don't really list on eBay at all these days. I'm so slow on eBay. And do 150 unique listings on Amazon. So that's not items, so that's listing. Amazon one I can see myself doing. The eBay one, we're not sure. And that may change. I may add more on eBay or blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to try and do 170 listings a month, at least, the bare minimum. A week. So that's going to be my goal. I'm going to be trying to document that. As well as this new eBay account, which I did start and haven't listed anything on it still 6 months later, like an idiot. So yeah, and the only other thing really is to try and job lot some stuff out from my backlog. I've tried to do that before, and it's difficult because resellers are a pain in the arse. They're very picky and want stuff for nothing, so you're annoying. So stop it. I'm only joking. No, it's difficult. It's difficult for me as well, because when you know what something's worth, it's just awkward, like coming up with a fair price for you and a fair price for them. And especially if it's someone you know. I try not to do business with friends and family, but inevitably it does happen. And either side doesn't want to be ripped off. So I do find it more difficult than dealing with the public, but yeah. I'm going to job lot some stuff out, because the amount of stuff that I'll never get to is unbelievable. Everything from kids' toys to shoes to clothes to stamps to God knows, all sorts of daft stuff that I've bought from charity shops and car boots all over the years. So yeah, that I will get to that, but it isn't the easiest. I don't find it easy, because I think I just end up either asking too much or get annoyed with it. So don't know. We shall see. That's the plan, but whether it'll happen, who knows. So yeah, on my roughly drawn out list, that is my plans for this year. You know, we shall see. Anyway, I've waffled enough. It's great to speak to you all. I've really missed doing YouTube. I really have. I just haven't felt like I'd had anything that's worthy to tell you. You know, oh, I've got another pallet of media. Woohoo. Here's 20,000 DVDs that aren't worth anything. It doesn't seem like it's video worthy. I feel like I've said all that can be said, really. And I know a lot of people have had that burnout. I know that, like, Ben Fitzpatrick and others felt like they were saying the same things over and over again. I had that feeling. And I didn't want to quit YouTube, because I put so much time and energy and effort and love into doing it. I met so many great people. I couldn't give up on it, because I lost so much in 2021. Obviously, I lost my dad. I lost my grandpa. And then on Christmas Day, my uncle passed away as well. So we've had a pretty rough year this year, well, last year. So I didn't want to lose the YouTube channel. I wanted to stick with it, but I just didn't feel like my voice was one that was worth listening to, if that makes sense. But I do feel like I've got something to say now, so hopefully more videos coming soon, and you'll probably hear from me in 4 months saying I'm back, which is normally what happens. But I hope everyone's doing okay anyway. You know, we'll getting through this. We're surviving, but perhaps not living at the moment, but we will be living again soon. And just, you know, just remember that if you keep one eye on the past, you're blind in one eye. But if you ignore the past, you're blind in both. Anyway, take it easy, everyone. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Smash that like button, and pop your comments in the comments below. And if you want to check me out on Instagram, I'm below there. I post sometimes, and on Facebook. So yeah, I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.